the year is hitting southern Ontario this morning. It will hit the Maritimes tomorrow. That's bad news for people who have already been struggling to heat their homes. For some, it means a choice between food or warmth. An organization in Ontario is trying to help. I'm joined by Edward Gale of Share the Warmth. And Mr. Gale, start, if you wouldn't mind, by telling us how the Share the Warmth idea works.
Absolutely. Share the Warmth is a province-wide homeless prevention program. Essentially, Share the Warmth provides energy assistance, purchases energy for families, seniors, disabled, and terminally ill members of the public who are at or near the poverty level.
So how do people qualify, and how do they get the benefit of working with Share the Warmth?
Share the Warmth has partners in 400 communities across the province of Ontario, from Thunder Bay to Windsor to Ottawa. And essentially, our utility partners send out an insert once a year in December and January, asking for the public to donate. We work with social services all across Ontario and corporations all across Ontario. And we take 100% of the donations that the public gives us and 100% of government donations, and we use them to purchase energy, whether it's gas, oil, electricity, kerosene, wood, and we deliver it directly to the homes in need to make sure that they have enough energy to keep their houses warm, and to heat food and refrigerate food throughout the winter months.
Do you get some help from the utilities in doing that beyond their sending out the flyers?
Absolutely. Our utility partners are really dedicated to our program. It's a public and private sector partnership. In Hamilton, for instance, Hamilton Hydro allows you to donate directly from your pamphlet, from your utility bill. The same thing in Peterborough Utility Services in Peterborough also does the same thing. Thunder Bay Hydro has a program where they match donations from the public, and Kitchener Utility Services is the same thing in Waterloo.
Yeah.
What we found is that we can't really do the services we do without cooperation from the utility partners that serve the public.
Yeah, I understand. Now, oil is at 2-year highs. Energy prices have been climbing for the last couple of years. How has that affected the demand for the help that Share the Warmth provides?
Absolutely. Most people heat with gas and electricity, and what we found is that with the province's decision on electricity, many people think the crisis for low-income people with respect to energy is over. What we're finding is that natural gas, for instance, has increased by about 11% in the last month and 17% since last January. And we're also finding oil is increasingly more expensive. Most low-income homes, most oil homes in Ontario are low-income homes because most have transferred over to natural gas, which is often much cheaper. We're finding it very difficult to keep up with the need in the community. So
need is stronger now than it has been in previous years?
Absolutely. About 2 years ago, we helped about 1,700 families in the province over about 5 months, and ran out of money about 5 months into the program. Last year, we helped 2,000 families in 3 months. And what we're finding this year is that about 25% to 35% more people are applying for natural gas. We believe we're going to see record cutoffs this year for natural gas households all across the province. I think it's important to note for listeners that 50,000 households have their power cut in this province every year.
50,000?
50,000. When you do the math, that works out to one household every 10 minutes, every hour of every day, every single day, every year. And we think this is unacceptable in a community, in a province certainly, that is the wealthiest province, in a country that the United Nations says has the highest living standard in the world. It's simply unacceptable.
Has there been interest in your program from other parts of the country?
Absolutely. We have been in discussions with utilities in Manitoba and utilities in British Columbia. Our hope is that we can get all the utilities together to work together. If we could bring them all together to work with this one program, we believe we could provide energy assistance to approximately 10% of the people out there to 20% of the people out there who need it, and to the most vulnerable demographics, the families with minor children, the grandmothers, the aunts, low-income people who are disabled, terminally ill households who have no other place to turn. We have a community that needs help, and we need people to work together to do it and prevent homelessness in this province.
All right, Edward Gale, we better let you share the warmth by getting inside out of that storm. Thanks very much for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you very much for your interest, Harry.
Edward Gale is the Executive Director of Share the Warmth. After the break, we'll find out what's going on